guys, it's Cara from Cara Joe Plans. Today we're going to be setting up the June monthly budget that will start on June 8th. Since my May, I did 3 pays and it carried about a week into June. I believe it's May 8th or June 8th. June 9th, okay? So my starting balance for my account, I have estimated to be $500 even after the paycheck. 3, my income from B, my unemployment, and then I will be starting my new job mid-June probably, if not the first week of June. So I have my estimated income and what was left over in my account at $47.04. Now I've already gone through and filled in what my expenses are for the month, and these are the fixed expenses, so their amounts never change. Still putting on Planet Fitness. They haven't charged me the last 2 months just because the gyms have been closed. Our state is supposed to go green by the first Friday in June, whatever that day is. So I'm imagining that gyms may be able to reopen and they will be charging me this month for the Planet Fitness, my Spotify, my Netflix, my van payment, my cell phone payment, my Marcus loan, my HP Instant Ink, my Apple storage, my mortgage, my Massage Envy membership, and my Xfinity internet are all fixed expenses. So those are all filled in. I haven't filled in the cash envelopes yet. We're going to calculate that. Then my variable expenses, these are the ones that I base off of the last month's bill. So for Barclay, I have budgeted $214.47, West Penn $130, Bank of America $64, Discover $122, Citi $191.54, Chase $167, Pennsylvania American Water $38, Sewage $44.45, Peoples $107. So you'll notice something with my electric and my gas bill. They tend to flip-flop in the summer and the winter. So my house is heated with gas. So my gas bill goes up in the winter. It was about $132 every month on the budget plan in the winter. Now that has gone down now that it's warmer and the furnace isn't running as much. But you'll notice that my electric bill is going up for 2 reasons. One, we have been home every day, so there is a little bit more electric usage going on with that. Also, we've started using the air conditioner at night. So that is expected, and I know that that happens with those 2 bills. One goes down depending on the season and the other one goes up. So what we need to set up are the sinking funds and the cash envelopes. And I talked about in my Paycheck 3 changing a little bit of how I track the cash envelopes. So let's take a look at my sinking funds first. So you'll see that I moved beauty over to a sinking fund. I don't use it every month in a way that I need to track a cash envelope and do a weekly check-in with it. If I do beauty, it's like one big transaction like a haircut or an order for makeup or hair supplies. So I moved that over to sinking funds rather than a cash envelope because it was just taking up space on my weekly check-in to not be spending it every week. So these are my starting balances for my sinking funds. Now this month, what I would like to add to them is $90 for Christmas every month. And what I did to get that number is I picked what I wanted to save for, and I wanted to save it for November and looked at where I started and it divided it by that many months. So I think my goal is $700, and it works out if I save $90 every month from whenever I started, I will hit my $700 easy, and I'm almost there anyhow. So then vacation, I wanted to add $55 more into vacation. Still hoping we're going to get to go on a trip in August. We do have reservations and we haven't heard anything yet. Car insurance, I'm going to be putting $180 in. My car insurance is going to be changing. I realize that there's going to be, it looks like there's going to be almost $900 in there. I'm going to be splitting it and going off of a plan with my ex. So my insurance will be just for 1 vehicle. This is for 2 vehicles right now. So that's going to be changing, but I don't know what it's going to be until we get everything switched over. So I'm still putting enough sinking funds in for both in my account. Car maintenance, I want to add 50 to that. And that'll put me over $800 for car maintenance. And I feel like that's a pretty safe spot to be for most issues that might come up. So I might hold off on sinking funds for car maintenance in July and see how things go and just allocate that money somewhere else. Trash, I'm going to be adding $13 again, and this should be due this month. I should get a bill in the mail for this because our trash is like $38.75 quarterly. So that should be coming up in June, and I should have exactly, I'll have $39, and I think it's $38.75. So we'll be set to go on that. Fall Scout dues. Now, unfortunately, summer camp was canceled for Scouts. So with my son that's already in Scouts, he's going to have a balance in his account. So I won't have to pay for his dues in the fall. They'll use whatever money we'd put towards camp towards his dues in the fall. So I will only have to pay Fall Scout dues for my youngest son who's never been in Scouts before. He doesn't have an account set up yet. So if I add $30 to this, that should get us close to where I need to be by the time dues come up in, I think, like September or October. Pictures, I'm going to be adding another $15 to pictures. I want to get that account built up a little bit. I'd like to do some fall pictures with the boys. We haven't had any pictures done on them for, I think, like 2 years now. So I want to get some pictures done. Home maintenance is at $340, and I do want to bump this up some. So I'm going to put $75 in home maintenance. I've been working outside and doing a lot of projects, and I've been able to do it myself and not really spend a lot of money. You'll see in the one last video that I spent $37 at Lowe's to get some stuff to fix the fence. So I just want to kind of bump this up because I feel like there's going to be some bigger things coming up. My furnace is really old. My roof is questionable. So this one I really want to work on adding to. My vacuum goal, I'm going to put another $25 towards the vacuum that I want to get. And I'm just planning ahead on that. Like, my vacuum's fine right now, but it's 10 years old. So I just kind of want to plan ahead for that. And then beauty, I'm going to add another $25 to beauty. So that'll give me $75 in there for beauty. Okay, so if I total these up here, that means I'll be adding $558 to my sinking funds this month. So let's take that $558 and put that in my sinking funds for my budget. And then we can get a total for my variable expenses here. And I'll add those up real quick. Okay, so that puts me at an estimated, remember some of these might change, at $1636.46 for my estimated for the variable expenses. Now for the fixed expenses, I need to do the cash envelopes. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to start on the weekly check-in page with the cash envelopes that I want to use. So those will be food, fuel, fun, household, and allowance. Now, I do split these up by paycheck. So what I'm going to do right here is just put the monthly budget amounts just in parentheses right here. And then when I split up the paychecks, oh, these are set up different. So nothing should have gone there. The category should have gone here. Okay. I wasn't paying attention because I was talking to you guys, and this is a different budget kit than I've used before. So that's okay. We're just going to work with these right here. I might move them over later. So right now I want to budget $400 for food for the month. And since I am going to be starting a job and things are opening up, I'm going to increase my fuel up to $150 for the month. Fun, we're going to do $75. Household, I'm going to add $40 to that because I know that I am getting low on toilet paper, y'all. And allowance 40. So if I total these up, I get 705. So then we'll take the 705 back to our monthly budget sheet for our cash envelopes and put that here, and then we'll total up this column here. Okay, so for here we get 2651.92. So if I add the fixed expenses and the variable expenses estimates up, that gives me, I'm just going to jot it right here, 4288.38. So then my total income I have estimated at 4704. So I should have an extra 415.62 at the end of the month after these two paychecks, either to leave in my account as a buffer or use some of this to pay off some more debt. So that's where we are with the estimate, and then I adjust on the paycheck budgets as I get the actuals in. So here we have the budget: income, fixed expenses, and variable expenses. And I showed you how I figured out my sinking funds for the month, as well as my cash envelope categories. So there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching the June budget setup. If you have any questions, please leave them below. And if you catch any mistakes, like what happened last month, it does happen when I'm doing numbers and talking out loud, please let me know in the comments and I will make a correction in another video. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell for notifications when my new videos come up. Thanks, guys. See you next time.